Welcome to GameBreakers. My name is Thomas. This is Allison, Diamond, and David, and we are playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. This is our game, A Bard's Tale. Welcome. If somehow you joined us like episode 40-ish or something, you should probably go back and rewatch, because tonight we're starting mid-combat, en media res. When last we left our intrepid heroes, they had traveled via a druidic travel via plant spell, and had found themselves, as intended, in the desert, in a vast, untamed desert. Through a series of events, they met an emissary of the Snake People who called upon them to take out a band of raiders that are riding a purple worm, which the group dutifully engaged, and that's where we're at. So, because it's been a week, let's everybody roll initiative. And because I know that David went over his character again and discovered that he's got some awesome stuff, let's... Just forgot how cool he was for a minute.
My initiative's 19.
20.
18.
Wow. Oh yeah, Lovelace.
Yes.
20.
We are all fed up and ready to go.
Kill this.
So let's... Lovelace and CliqClaq were both 20.
Yeah. My dex is higher.
They're a finely tuned team, carefully honed, well-trained duo.
Who's sick of this bastard?
And then, so is anybody above 20? Okay.
No.
Stan, where were you at?
19.
19. Two more dice to roll. Well, that went about. Man, a lot of high initiatives tonight. Everybody is raring and ready to go. Oh, well, turns out that 18 was not actually an 18. 16, 18, 19. And Struana, you were at?
18.
Yeah, 18 probably. Yes.
We were 18, 19, and 20.
Yep.
2020s.
In 2020. And then...
We see everything.
All right, so top of the round goes to Lovelace and CliqClaq.
Well, kill him dead, really. Or her. Not the worm.
Ryder has a very masculine build.
I have one more rope. Hooking it onto another grapple arrow and trying to just hit the guy.
Okay.
It doesn't need to hurt him. It needs contact. That's it.
Right. So I'm going to use the old 3rd edition rules for a touch attack.
I never played 3rd edition, so rock out.
I'm gonna. It makes it easier. Short version.
That's a 27.
A 27. I didn't even need the special rules like katunk, right, like square center mass.
And this is it hits and bolos spring out and wrap around him, and he's grappled and he's hogtied basically.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get to.
How why Is the width of the worm accurate on the map? Like it's
Yeah,
15 feet wide?
about 20. Should be about 20.
The rope is attached to my trailer hitch that's on Lovelace. Lovelace uses her action to jump off the other side of the worm.
Okay.
And we're taking the guy with us.
Okay.
It's not even a strength check, it's a gravity check. He has to withstand the weight of a giant crab.
Right. Right. So I am going to give him an athletics check at an exceptional difficulty.
Ha!
However, he has advantage on athletic checks and is, so he hit a
That face. That was the face you froze on, David.
23. I was going to make it a 25, so he still fails.
This was all to dismount him.
All right. He is flung from his saddle and falls off down the side of the worm and is dragged across the sand in the intervening curve.
Oh crap, Diamond, you're on the crab too, aren't you? Okay. That's interesting.
That's uncomfortable. Okay, I'm used to it.
This is normal.
This will go
Yeah,
great in the episode.
I'm not able to move Lovelace's icon, but she's on the right side of the crab and we're on her.
Yes. And I will fix that now. Meanwhile, so any bonus actions, other movements, anything like that?
How much of Lovelace's action was that?
That was just a move action.
Can she move again? Double movement?
Technically, she still has half her move. Because she made a climb check, essentially.
Gotcha. We're gonna move east. I'm trying to rake him over the worm.
All right. So the map is not quite that big.
Right. But this is what I'm doing until I can start reeling him in.
Right. So how far are you able to move?
You mean what's her movement? 30.
Okay. And she did a double move for the climb plus 15. All right. So technically you will be at the end of that line where the rope is, that represents the rope. He is not quite to the one.
Okay.
You're close. Next, we have Stan at 19.
Am I fallen?
Yeah, you were knocked prone off your elk, but not swallowed.
I'm surrounded by mummies.
Yeah, they're wrapped in cloth with like dead, wrinkled eyes and eye sockets. That is to say.
Mm-hmm.
You see the rags in which they are wrapped have writing on them.
Are they considered fiends?
No, they are undead.
Yeah, but turning isn't quite as cool as it used to be.
Right, that you're not that flavor of Paladin.
I'm gonna use my move action to stand up, and
That's half your move.
and my elk is right there. I want to smash one of the mummies to remount, clear the path so that I can get to my steed.
Right, like this one, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. And we didn't roll for your elk. I just figured it was going to go on your initiative.
Yeah, he usually does.
All right, give me some rolls.
Oh, a big swing, and I go for the wrappings apparently with my 5.
What's that total?
That total is 14.
Surprisingly, 14? I'm actually, let me look that up.
Actually, I take it back. It's I get a +1 for that, so it's 15.
14 is plenty. It's trying to block you more than it's trying to defend itself, and dead center mass. No pun intended. What's your damage?
15.
All right. It shrinks back a little from the hit, but it's still in a fighting stance.
Okay. It didn't fall though.
No.
All right, I guess I'll hit it again. I've got a nat 20
Oh,
on a mummy.
Good for, I guess I'll hit it again.
Well,
well, clearly that hits. You used the momentum from when it was back on its heels and just drove it straight home.
Cripple the mummy, and then can I use any of my movement to get back on my mount?
Well, let's figure out your damage first.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Right. And your hammer is magic, right?
It's +1, yeah.
That's what I thought.
I rolled minimum damage, 7.
It still looks like it's in fighting form. It's not. I mean, it took some hits from that, but it's not significantly wounded.
All right. I don't think I have any actions left. Bonus action, I guess.
Has attacks.
What?
Got an elk that has attacks.
Oh, the elk has attacks. Yeah. I don't have his stats though.
I do.
Boy, howdy. I'll roll it then. 19 rock score and a hit.
That is gonna hit. They're not that hard to hit. That's gonna be a D6.
5.
That is magical because it's celestial. Okay, well, it's starting to look a little ragged, like you've ground it down some, but they seem pretty tough.
Enough. All right, it's my turn.
The bonus actions.
Nothing that's going to help me in this very moment, no.
Okay. Struana.
Hi. So, I am like glaring at CliqClaq, and there's like there was fire building up in the bagpipes, and I glare at him, and it goes out. Like, but I get no satisfaction this way. So instead, and I'm not sure if I can scream 120 yards worth of distance, or 120 feet worth of distance. Like, I think I can, maybe?
Honey, if you can, a bard can.
Yeah,
It's true. You learned,
sing over the crowded
you
bar.
learned all about diaphragmatic projection.
Yeah. So I'm trying. So while casting this, I have a voice. It does have a voice component. So as a free action, then I'm going to scream to Stan to get out of there, like with as much oomph as I can muster. Like, deep breath, scream, deep breath, play. And I'm just going to cast Eldritch Blast because everything else is going to script Stan. It's three. Well, it's 3 attacks.
At whom?
At 3 of the different guys. So.
Well, there's a line of sight issue with the worm.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess there
The
is.
worm is about a 20-foot hump.
So I can't actually see.
You can only see the worm right now.
Then I can't do anything.
Would you like to hold your action?
Yeah, and be like, let's go! Or if he's, I don't know, reeling in the Baodin. Let's reel in the Baodin.
That is exactly what I'm doing.
Then
Okay.
I'm going to assist with that for I can move my arms, probably. Well done.
Okay.
So yeah, my action is helping to reel in the rider.
Give me an athletics check.
I know it's not my turn, but can she flip the lever for me? Because this thing's spring-loaded.
I'd say yeah. I mean, she's seen you do it before.
Yeah.
If you
You
point
know-
at it as a free action.
You know what lever to flip, and the spring-loaded trailer hitch will start reeling him in with mechanical power.
Okay, then more entertainingly, I'm doing it while cursing.
Okay.
That's it.
This is going to be an opposed athletics versus your tinkering check. So make me a tinkering check.
Remember, he's grappled.
I know he's restrained.
Okay. It's been a while. What all is that now?
That is your intelligence plus a tool proficiency and twice, basically. You're proficient in the tools and you had the tools.
20.
All right, so he basically kind of like, as he's being dragged on his back, he spins himself around, plants his feet, and just sits. And his feet dig down into the sand, and you hear your mechanism going, cling.
Oh, I have to kill him now.
Can I grab it now and start pulling with that athletics check? That
Give it a
rope?
shot.
Okay, I might as well try.
I would say it was a bonus action to activate the item.
Okay. So 14.
Total? Oh,
Yes.
yeah. He is down and planted, and when you tug, he actually like pulls back a little. You feel the rope slide through your hand some.
That's okay. He's not going anywhere this second.
That's your action, your bonus action. Are you going to do a move? You
I don't have
could.
any- It's
You could potentially angle yourself to get line of sight on the pack. Or you could stay on Lovelace. That's a very safe place.
I'm gonna stay on Lovelace. Yeah.
Okay.
Abandoned place.
All right. In that case, we move now to the worm's turn. And the worm submerges.
Well, that's either good or terrifying. Who knows?
You could give me perception tests if you wanted.
Yes. Yes. Does anyone ever say no to that?
I've seen it happen, but not with smart people.
12.
19.
Okay.
Hang on, math. 27.
Okay. It is. You guys are pretty well able. Stan, you've got some occluded vision from a mob of zombies trying to, I don't know, sort of desiccate your husk. Everyone else can see the creature looping back and beelining toward Lovelace and CliqClaq and the Bard. It seems unhappy with your treatment of its rider.
No.
As the coils come round, though, Stan, you have your AC is what right now?
One higher than you just rolled. No, it's 21.
Always a comforting question.
21? Okay. I need you to make me a Constitution save.
27?
Holy cripes.
It's a thing I'm good at.
I like it when you're not dying. My top 5 things here.
So as the coils come around, a stinger pops up out of the sand and just bang right in the side of the hip, Stan. That's going to be 13 piercing. And you felt like something get injected into you, but your Stanliness completely overwhelmed it. Moradin wouldn't let his Paladin go down like that. You could feel from the strength of the injection, though, that would probably have just leveled either of your compatriots. There's green pus oozing out of it as your system just fights it back.
Well, I have to see a healer about that. Oh, wait, I'm a healer. I can deal with that. Whose turn is it?
Wait a minute, I'm a doctor.
There's magic up my hand here.
The Purple Knight says some words and erupts in flame, which is going to burn away your grapple, and he now has a flame aura on. That's his bonus. He will then... So he's been fighting with a lance and shield this whole time. He plants his shield and sets his lance on it, and you can see that there's some kind of mechanism in the handle, and he is aiming. Oh, that's not what I was rolling. Ah! Well, you sucked at it. You can see a beam of light begin to form. However, it seems as though when he swung it up, he dragged it in the sand enough that there was a refractory element, and the beam just split everywhere.
I bet whatever that was supposed to be painful.
Boy, that would have sucked for everybody. Next. Let's see if any of that did any good. Okay, Stan, 2 of the mummies hit.
Ooh.
All right, Stan, you're going to take the first one hit for 9 bludgeoning and 12 necrotic. This came across with a raking strike into your side. It's going for organs. It seems to know exactly how to make an organ die. Almost like something to do with the way they... Anyway, the second one is going to hit for 5 bludgeoning and 17 necrotic.
Ooh.
Now, you're immune to disease, right?
I am.
Okay, so...
I know what you got.
Was no good. What's that?
Carry on.
Gonna review this video later, you know. All right. So, and that is what they do. I mean, most of them. I mean, these are brawling punches. These are people who are clearly trained in hand-to-hand combat in life, perhaps. And I mean, these are skilled opponents, but they're just like death in their hands makes them extra dangerous. I mean, not that you're not taking reduced damage from everything, but because they do not count as magic. I know that matters to you. So that is the bottom of the round. We are back to the top. Lovelace and CliqClaq.
I have to deal with this guy.
Oh.
Yes.
No, carry on.
Right now, I'm just going to shoot him a couple times.
Okay.
Ooh, really? Damn. 13 and 14.
To hit?
Yeah, I rolled terribly.
Oh my goodness, David. That's just not going to do it.
I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Well, I don't want to hear people saying that real dice always roll better. I'm just saying. All right, so you send a flurry of arrows in his direction.
Of warning shots.
He has been.
Sorry.
Just,
oh, yeah.
and then the bard laughed at me.
Because you said warning, you did that, looked uncomfortable, and then looked at me and said warning shots. So of course I laughed. That was funny.
Yeah, completely straight face too.
You got a better sense of comedy than I give you credit for. I hope it doesn't kill us.
Well, after that masterful display,
love it. No shit moment.
That's all he's gonna do.
All right, no bonus action.
Not for me. Lovelace is going to charge the bastard.
Oh, good.
Okay. He's currently about 100 feet away.
She can't get there yet, I don't think.
Okay. Just going to double move.
Yeah.
How close will that get you all?
While I have the floor, Thomas, I forgot to mention before we started. Previously, Lovelace, I'd given her a ring of evasion.
Yes.
Rereading the Ranger rules, she technically has that already as my companion, so I took it.
Okay.
I have the ring.
That's fair.
Just letting you know.
So, how close can you get?
She has a movement of 30.
So, 30, 60. If she sprints, that goes 90. Well, you could get there, but not get there and attack. You can get within 10 feet, which is in her reach, but not and attack.
Right.
That makes my life exciting, though. Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting as close as possible.
Okay.
I also want this guy to see a giant crab charging at him.
Stan.
Wait, what? No, Stan, that's right. I'm last on this order. Never mind.
You'll get your turn.
So I'm gonna snap my fingers and use some Misty Step and disappear in a poof of mist and appear above my elk in the saddle.
Well played. Well played. And Misty Step is a bonus?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Yep. I'm gonna get the fuck. I'm gonna get away.
All right. So you are then. So that's a bonus action.
Yeah, bonus action, and then I'm going to. They're being attacked by this purple fellow here. Purple Knight.
Yeah, it didn't come at you, so common sense says it's probably over there. You didn't really get a good look at the trail like the others did. You were busy getting stabbed in the thigh.
Yeah. Well, what can I see now? Can I make a perception check?
You can see the knight quite clearly.
Okay. Well, then screw these mummies after that guy, because these mummies suck and they're hard to kill. So, you think they'd just be zombies and crumple at, like, to look at the hammer, but no. So let's see. My elk, I think, can move 45 or 60. Right? Oh, he's 55
50.
away. Elk icon, come to me. And then I'm attacking.
All right.
I'm moving that. I'm attacking. The running swing, or it's sort of a jousty swing on the back of an elk. 23 to hit.
23 will do it.
10 damage.
Okay.
There, one more attack. I'm gonna do that again. 20 to hit.
Just barely.
And 15 damage.
All right. Because you are within 5 feet of him, you need to make me a dex save.
22.
That's plenty. Also for the elk.
And would those mummies have gotten attacks of opportunity on the elk and me as we ran?
Oh, thanks. You're right.
You know.
Oops. Meanwhile, you're going to take 6 fire damage for his flaming aura as you charge into it. The mummies do quite poorly in their attacks of opportunity. Nothing. One of them kicks the sand. Did you give me your damage? Oh, 10 and 15, yes.
Yeah.
All right, so that's bonus move attack. Anything else, Stan?
Nope.
Okay. Struana.
He's on fire?
Yes.
Well, that's exciting. And so I've been watching, my compatriots here attack him, and it seems like they'll get off pretty good shots but still be unable to hit him. Is that correct?
He is definitely tough to hit. His armor is very it's inclusive. It spends a lot of time everywhere. Not a lot of chinks in the armor.
Well, it's like, do I go with the one that's more likely to hit? And apparently fire isn't a problem for him. That's a problem for me.
Should have diversified.
Well, it might just
I
be an
have
effect. It's not like he's actually on fire. This is clearly a match of a flaming aura.
Okay.
Fire can.
Well, I think I'm going to just go ahead and try to light him on fire. Oh, no,
Okay.
wait. I can't do that. Because then I'm going to hurt Stan this time. Like, you keep being where I'm going to fire stuff, Stan.
I can probably take it.
They need to be attack rolls. So that's part of the problem I'm running into. And hey, does he still have a arrow stuck in him?
No, it's flamed away.
Not even the head of it?
Oh, he didn't get stuck with any. There was a goopy one that exploded into bands that wrapped him up.
There was one last session.
Oh, right, the one that stuck.
Is it still stuck?
I'd say probably not. He'd have taken it because that was like right in his collarbone.
That was probably what my plan was from last session that I didn't write down. And the note to everyone who's watching: you have to end mid-battle, write down what you planned to do next. Because why? Even if you're...
I remembered my plan.
I still had, like, the spells open, so I'm like, well, it's one of these. Just pick the wrong one.
All right. So, what do you do? I'd say the arrow's in there. Just like I didn't say he had done it. The flame aura, there's enough of it lodged in. We'd call it good.
I think I'm going to try an attack roll for Witch Bolt.
Okay.
Does 21 hit?
21 does hit.
Yes. Okay. So it's just barely. Work. Okay, it worked. So what's my higher level? We're doing 2. So it's 2d12 damage.
All right.
Yeah.
And what type of damage is that?
Doot.
Lightning, right?
You told me. And then it looks like lightning. Lightning damage. Basically, this like crackling ozone smell happens, and a bolt of lightning shoots out from the bagpipes to this guy dressed all in purple, and starts zapping him. And it stays. It doesn't just dissipate.
Right.
And it gets him for 13 damage this time.
All right. And indeed, it does stay. You've got the bolt connecting him to your bagpipes. That's a concentration, right?
Yes.
All right. And you didn't have any other concentration spells going?
Not that I recall. So if I did, I don't
All right.
remember them anyway.
So that's your action. Any bonus or moves?
Got
All right.
nothing.
You have the sand around him is going glassy as it's electrified. So the next thing that happens, what is Lovelace's AC?
24.
That is a good AC. It's not enough AC. Okay. Now I need Lovelace to make a DC 19 save Dex check.
Oh, hit that. Uh, 19.
All right. I'm going to have the both of... Okay, so here's what happens. Underneath you, you can see on all sides of you giant purple fleshy mouth bits, mandibular parts enclosing and coming in.
Mm-hmm.
As it's coming down for the bite, Lovelace manages to basically climb one side and get up far enough, although the 29 points of damage she takes as it catches her do her no favors as the teeth dig in and start to, you know how crab gets eaten. The two of you will need to make me dexterity checks as well, and I'll let you decide if you want to bail or stay. And as that's happening, it has lifted you up about 30 feet into the air as it erupted in.
16. I got a 24.
Okay.
And I'm sticking with my crab.
I had a feeling that you weren't going to abandon that.
I got a 7. Is there any way to roll the direction of Stan? Like,
Sure.
oh, I'm gonna fall. Can I fall this way?
Yeah. Except between you and Stan is the entirety of its mouth bits, and you go.
Oh. Like from the image.
You have, I know, but what happens is you have rolled significantly down the thing's gullet and are wedged in a little bit. You're not swallowed yet, but you're not on the crab either. It'll be a climb check to get out.
Unless it spits me out, I suppose. When you're a zappy person, it's possible. I hope.
David, you were going to say something?
Does she take damage from getting swallowed, or does she get swallowed?
No, yeah, she's not actually swallowed. She has just fallen off. Unfortunately, the place to fall is mouth. So she's not swallowed yet. Yeah, she didn't take the bite. She's not swallowed. She's just in a bad spot.
She's like in the back. She's like in the back of the tongue.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's very pit of Sarlacc as it's coming up.
Right.
You're Han Solo right now. You're not in it, but you're in it.
As long as I'm not Boba Fett, we're fine.
That is the worm's turn. The knight holds up his hands to the worm and to the mummies. Says, "Hold! They speak the hero's tongue." Beckons to the worm and it sets you down. It's still, by the way, connected lightning. Oh, you didn't take damage. So still, there's like lightning connecting up down into the worm, Struana, and this knight that he's just hanging. You speak the language of the Darkbringer. Why do you attack?
I can't answer this. I'm inside a worm.
He's pretty much addressing Stan. I mean, as everyone else is sort of indisposed.
Dark One's tongue.
The Abatus did refer to a Darkbringer. You assume that was Borannor.
Oh. We're out here looking for Borannor. And you seem to be an obstacle in that way.
I serve the Darkbringer. I can bring you to him. Lay down your weapons.
I don't know about that. I mean...
Insight check?
Yeah.
Sure.
14 for me.
Seems legit.
Stan?
22 for an insight.
Seems legit.
All right, he'll let the hammer down with a clunk.
All right, he makes a gesture to the worm and to the mummies. The mummies disappear into the sand. They just wrap up, spiral down, and the worm bends down, opens up, and expels you from its gorge, and then also disappears down under the sand.
You wanted new experiences, Mark.
If you speak false, my allies lay beneath us. Let us speak. It takes off its helmet, and it's a Goliath. It is craggy, stony features. It's got facial tattoos. Not a design you've ever seen before. He shoulders his lance, but he keeps his shield up between you all and just kind of walks over this way a little bit. Just sort of backs up, gets some space between you.
How much?
Oh, 20 feet or so equidistant. I am on Borannor. I am on I'm on the errand of the Darkbringer. If you aid me, we can be there by sundown.
All right.
All right.
Guys, Duneharrow?
His eyes immediately.
What about him?
Aren't we going to Duneharrow, not Borannor? Don't we need to just kill this guy anyway? Like, come on.
He backs up again a little, starts to loosen up the lance.
Did you just ask if we need to kill him in front of him?
Well, you all forgot where we're going, so yes.
It's been 2 weeks. Yes, I did.
So,
all right. As an out-of-character recap, we were trying to go talk to the dragon. We were not necessarily trying to go talk to Borannor, was my recollection. Is that the correct recollection?
You are attempting to save the dragon from Borannor. Because the dragon is linked to the dragon of the city.
Yes. And
Borannor is the bad guy.
That is the Death Knight. Yes, that is.
So that if we go with him, we're gonna have a bunch of lizard people on our tail who are gonna hate us because she's still over there. Avitus is still over there, like watching us, as far as I know.
It's all part of the plan.
And on that, we're gonna take a quick break.